For your exterior, starting off at the front, got your hitch head here, and then black lever. You have to have the black lever up and then wind down your jockey wheel onto this part just here. Once it's on, this black handle will snap down and that red button will pull up, exposing a green ring. That means it's then on. You've got your handbrake just here, which is on a gas strut, so you have to press in on this button to make it go up and down. You've got 13-pin electric, so if your car does have a 7-pin adaptation, make sure you buy yourself an adapter before you come. 2 points either side and 2 points at the back. You have your inserts for your legs. The caravan comes with a leg winder, or you can get yourself a 19mm drill bit and a power drill just to shoot him down. You first level the caravan using your jockey wheel and put down all 4 corner steadies. Do not attempt to jack up or level the caravan using that. Inside the caravan you can see you've got a gas bottle. That gas bottle is a propane bottle. You can use butane if you like, you just need to get the correct insert for it. And then you can see this in-date gas hose here connects onto this regulator. Tighten it up and then just twist your gas bottle on. Moving around this side, you've got your plug-in for your water pump. Water pump connects into this part here. All you have to do is just push it in, and then to remove it you press up on the trigger and pull it out. You'll then put it into an aqua full of clean drinking water and make sure your strainer, which is at the bottom of the pump, sits at the bottom of the barrel, as otherwise it will gas bear through. Just next to it, you've got your flue. You remove the flue just like that, and then what you have to do is just take it off, nice and simple like that, and that allows the flow of air into the boiler. Whilst travelling, keep the cap on so it doesn't get any rubbish inside it. Moving along, you've got your battery locker. You've also got your insert here for your mains lead. Mains lead connects into that part just there. And then you have your ignition point for your motor mover. I will show you how the motor mover works on the day of collection. Then just here, you've got 2 inserts for your wastewater. You need some 28.5mm waste pipe to feed into a waste master that you can then empty on site. Then lastly, on the door side, you've got your toilet capacity part. So this top one is where you'll feed in for your flush tank. It can hold around 12 litres of water. I'd recommend putting in around 10 just so you don't overfill it. And then you can also add a little bit of pink chemical which works as a bleach without being corrosive. Then once the toilet has been filled and you want to empty it, you come underneath, there's a little switch there, flick that up and pull it out. Then when you get to your emptying point on site, twist this head to the side, open up that cap. You want to tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually pressing this button here to vent. Once you've done that, what I'd recommend doing is flicking that open and flicking that to the side and swilling in some fresh water. Give it a little bit of a shake, and again tilt and vent. Once you've done that, you've got a cap here which has measurements in both imperial and metric. Put some blue chemical into there, twist the head back to the side and push it in just like so. Then you don't want to travel with either of these 2 full, so you have a little bung here which you open up and will drain off any remaining water inside that system.
Hi guys, and welcome to your handover videos for your Sprite Alpine 4. So I'm going to send you a couple of videos now, just doing a walkthrough on the caravan that you've purchased from ourselves. Now the outside setup is exactly the same as what your part exchange will be. Okay, so where your gas locker is, where your water outlets, water intake is, where your cowl is for your flue cover, and where obviously your cassette toilet is. So we're going to obviously come on the inside and go through all the nitty gritty bits on the inside the van. So starting off under the right hand seat, 10 litre water heater is just here, and your yellow valve, which is your drainage valve, can be found just there. Currently in the horizontal position, meaning that water can pass freely through in the caravan. To drain down your caravan, all you do is flick that valve up to vertical. All your trips and fuses can be found just here. 2 12-volt fuses, 240 trips, all listed on the underside of this door. Above your door is your power board, so to turn the power on, press the power on, and that will turn all the power on inside the caravan. Got all your underside lighting, light switch for the main light, which can be found just there underneath. And there's various switches, as I say, dotted throughout the van, which will turn them all on. Next to that, you have your water pump button. Obviously, your water pump will turn the water on and draw the water from the Acarol into the water heater, okay? Obviously, the water setup process you'll know. Obviously, you're drawing your water through on the cold side. Now, it is an internal pump, which can be found just behind the water heater, so you will be able to hear the pump on the inside of the caravan. Water heater for cold and for hot, okay? When water's coming out on the hot side, you'll know the water heater is full, so you can set your hot water temperatures, okay? Which I'll show you on the next video. All your gas, so we're just going to light all the gas now, so you can see it all working. The 3 hobs for those can be found just here, the knob controls are just there, and the 1 igniter switch on the far right. Separate grill and oven, okay? And again, as you can see, working very nicely just there. And then finally, the oven as well, okay? Absolutely spot on. I'll send you a separate video on how to operate your fridge, okay? If you're wondering why, as I say, the caravan looks in a little bit of a state, it has not long come back from service, so I've jumped on the video straight away so it can literally go straight through its valet process for it to be valeted all ready for Saturday morning. I'll do you a separate video then on how to operate your fridge and how to operate your heating controls. Okay, heating and hot water controls. So we'll start off with the heating. So by the door, you have 2 controls. You have Ultra Store and Ultra Heat. For your heating, you want this bottom one. That is Truma Ultra Heat, okay? So on the side, you have 3 numbers, 2,000, 500 and 1,000. That there is wattage, okay? So depends on what ampage you have on your site post, will depend which one you go to. We operate on about 12 amps here at Camwell, so we can go to 1,000 watts perfectly comfortably, all right? Using the thermostat in the middle then to get your desired temperature. You'll have a green light which comes on there as well, which indicates that obviously it's all working and absolutely fine, okay? Once you've set that, you'll then need to set the blown air heater, which you'll come to the heating controls just here for the fan. Automatic, will obviously have the fan come on automatically, periodically, for example. And then you have a manual one, which will pump the air around the caravan quite frequently, okay? Obviously, the higher it is your fan speed, all right? So you can probably hear the fan in motion there. And then you have the middle for off, okay? For gas heating, you come to this dial on the right-hand side, and what you do is you twist it to turn the igniter on. You then push down on the dial and lift. And then you look through the spyglass at roughly a 45-degree angle, and you can probably see there the flame has come on. It's a little bit blurry, but that has come on. And then you set your fan speeds on that side, okay? So we'll twist that then all the way around to 0 to turn the gas heating off. Water heater is a little bit more simpler, okay? So if you want your water heater to work on gas for your hot water, you come to this dial on the top, flick it to the gas symbol, and then you have your thermostat in the middle as well, and you have as low as 30 degrees or as high as 70 degrees, okay? And again, the green light will come on to indicate that the water heater has come on gas. If you want water heater on mains, you come back underneath the board or underneath the right-hand living area, and you'll see a button up here which says water heater. Press that and the orange light comes on. That now is mains water heater. Easy as that. So that's your heating and hot water controls. I'll send you very quickly a video on your Fretford fridge. final video, operation of your Thetford fridge. So to turn it on, hold the on and off button, and that will then light the O in Thetford and a blue LED. So you have two buttons. You have element of choice button and you have the thermostat button. And you press the button to navigate through your three elements, which is gas, mains and car battery. Okay. You have obviously your thermostat to alter your temperature. If you want it on gas, obviously put it on the gas flame. You'll hear the igniter come on the fridge, and then a successful ignition after about 3 to 4 seconds. The green screen will then dim a little bit so you don't get any bright lights at night. As you can see, that's what it's just done. For your car battery, and we haven't got a car hooked onto the caravan, so I'm going to show you what a warning fault would look like with the fridge. So as you can see, the fridge will flash up a warning code with the spanner indicating that there is an issue. And as I say, the O in Thetford as well will also flash blue, indicating that we haven't got a car hooked up to the 13-pin electrics. The objective of the fridge, the car battery, I can't get my words out today. The purpose of the car battery is to keep whatever's in the fridge cool for up to the duration of your journey. Okay, so what you do is you plug in when you hook on the caravan onto your car, plug your 13-pin electrics in, and then turn your car on. Turn the power on in the caravan so it shows car to caravan, and press the car battery. Okay, and then to turn it off, hold the on and off button, and she turns off. And that is pretty much everything I need to show you in your new caravan. So say this shouldn't be an awful lot different to the one that you currently have. One thing I will quickly show you, which will be probably slightly different, is that the gas locker at the front. So obviously all the items that are in the caravan have been left in. You have a bulkhead regulator on yours, okay? So there's a gas hose and 2 gas bottles included with your caravan. And as you can see, we're using our gas bottle and gas hose for demonstration. And your gas hose will go into the side of the regulator, left-hand thread, okay? Other than that, I will see you for collection on Saturday. It will now go through a full valet process on the outside and on the inside. And should you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask me on Saturday. Thanks very much.